Grand Raw Rising, kings and queens. Grab your coffee or your tea and enjoy some sacred healing space for all ages and reflections that are welcomed. No matter if you're at work, watching the kiddos at home, or even driving on the road, Rising with Raw is a beautiful sacred space to learn about the chakras as well as receive our collective card reading for the day. Along with this, we will have beautiful guests and members of the tribe come on to share their gifts, their practices, knowledge, and wisdom as we self-empower and become aware of who we are as we go forth by day.
Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian. Walking like an Egyptian.
A rebel who went searching for treasures in his soul, fishing for gold. I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate, hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get. Till I work it and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, spread it through classes.
Grand day. It's Christolight. On this episode of Rising with Raw, to kick off the week, we use the Magical Dimensions Oracle deck, and we receive the messages of manifestation. So I channel some insight and wisdom surrounding the process of manifestation and some reminders regarding clearing our vessel, our electromagnetic energy, the law of attraction, as well as our mindset and intentions when it comes to manifestation. Then we have our chakra of the day, which is the final of the 12 chakras, which is the universal Christ chakra. And then I close this out by channeling and connecting with the Galactic Federation and guiding us through a light language activation session. Enjoy the episode. Feel free to leave your feedback or anything that you'd like to reflect upon or that you got downloaded during this video. If you are someone that would like to be a guest on Rising with Raw, you may direct message me, Marcus Christolight, to set up an episode. I'll share. What a blessed Monday. Grand rising and grand day to all of you out there. Whether you're tapping in this live or tapping in on the replay or on a YouTube edition. Grand rising and grand day. I am your sacred host of Rising with Ra, Marcus Christolight. And today on this Rising with Ra, we are going to be exploring our final chakra of the 12 chakra system, which is going to be the Universal Christ chakra. A little bit later on, I will go through some details about the chakra, as well as blockages, overactivations, and anything else that can help you have a deeper awareness and connection with balancing and maintaining the Universal Christ chakra. Along with this, I will also be doing a practice to help you connect and activate the chakra as well. And as tradition, I will open up our space with our collective card reading of the day. And today we will be doing our collective card reading from the Magical Dimensions Oracle. And this deck has Angelic, Elemental, Fae, and Galactic cards, all in this deck. And if we haven't yet, perhaps take a little time to check in with ourselves, to check in with our mind, check in with our emotions, check in with our body, give ourselves a little scan, and really check in with these aspects of our being. Give it a little bit of love, give it a little bit of attention, and see if there's anything within our mind, our emotions, or our physical body that could use a little bit of love and attention. And if you identify anything, you may start connecting it with the breath and just mentally connect with whatever it is that you're feeling or you're struggling with. And you can then, through mentally connecting with it, you can then infuse your breath as a great instrument or tool to help clear out and to help uplift whatever it is that you need to bring attention to. Grand rising, Fifi. Welcome, everybody. So yeah, just take a moment if you would like in this space just to check in and kind of scan the being. See if there's anywhere you can guide your breath to help bring any alleviation or balance. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and clear out the space, get us started with our collective card reading of the day. Oh yeah, I also want to give a couple of reminders. Coming up on the 4th, I will be hosting my next Sacred Light meditation space, which is journaling, reflection, and a meditation, all in one sacred community space. And it's a free donation-based space that will be on the 4th from 4 to 6 p.m. So just let me know if you guys are interested. Direct message me and I'll send you over the Zoom link and the boundaries for the space. And we'll also have 4 different choices to pick from as a group together equally. What our intention and focus will be for the space. And those choices are going to be abundance and fortune, self-awareness, self-care, and self-love, cord clearing in relationships, and I cannot remember the last one. But you get the idea. There'll be four topics or focuses that we can all vote and choose from equally as a community when it comes to the 4th. And then we'll do some conscious journaling. There'll be space for people to reflect with the group if you want to reflect. And of course, that leaves room for support and feedback as well. And then we will do a wonderful meditation or practice to help us with that intention and focus, along with integration. So once again, it's a free donation-based space. So if you're someone that is really looking for community spaces and sacred spaces to grow and heal and really shed layers and become more aware of yourself, it's a great place for you to start. Or if you're not even a starter, it's a great place for advanced people as well. And then the next day on the 5th, I will be hosting my first crystal healing class, Crystal Healing 101. And we'll be going over the function of crystals, the science behind them, the metaphysics, as well as the esoterics, and where they lie when it comes to the multidimensionality in the universe and the plane of existence that their spirit is in. We'll be going over that type of stuff, all the basics and the deep details about crystals and their multidimensionality, spiritually, physically. And then we will also be continuing on to other topics surrounding crystals later on in the series throughout the month of November. So if you're interested in the Crystal Healing 101 classes, you can direct message me as well. It is $33 for one class. It's $144 for all 5. And they'll also be recorded, so if you can't make the dates, you can also purchase the recording as well. Abundance of opportunities. So those are just a couple of reminders of events and spaces I have coming up that you can be a part of and connect with community as well. Sacred Light Healing and Wellness is a sacred safe space and container to help bridge and streamline the collective conscious. Along with this, providing spaces and holistic energy healing practices to help uncover our hearts and strengthen each other from within.
Beautiful, brother. Thank you.
So that we may tap in to the awareness of our sacred light within. If you are someone that is looking for sacred space, looking for conscious reflection, conscious guidance,
surrendering and letting go,
as well as receiving energy in particular practices that are able to help with shedding layers, becoming clear, gaining wisdom from our past experiences, as well as strengthen our relationships and bringing balance and harmony into our everyday well-being. Here at Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, I, Marcus Christolight, offer my holistic quantum healing services of Reiki, personal customizable guided meditations, light language activations, crystal healing, soul origin and Cashapp meditations, chakra empowerment, intuitive life guidance, and oracle card readings. These services are all available to you today through my holistic energy healing practices. You may contact me, Marcus Christolight, on Instagram, Sacred Light 33, Facebook, Christolight Robbins, Email marcustut23@gmail.com. Contact me today to inquire about a service or to ask any questions on your healing journey. Wholeness, balance, love.
Ooh. Alright, so now it's time for our collective card reading. Collective card reading. So typically I do a one card pull for our collective card readings here on Rising with Ra. And I just do the most general, highest and whole message for the collective. And there we are. Blessings, blessings. Welcome, sister. If anybody would like to hop on to share community space, sharing knowledge or wisdom, you're more than welcome to come on. So send a request if you would like. Just make sure you're staying in alignment with no drugs and alcohol, as well as no nudity or unnecessary sexual energy. Alright, so our card of the day. Manifestation. Ooh. Okay. Coming fresh out of the eclipse peak with a manifestation card on this Monday. How was everybody's eclipse as well? I know we're still in the energies, but we're coming into the, the second half of the energies now. But how was everybody's peak of the eclipse this weekend? Probably some shadows highlighted. So manifestation, we have prosperity, fortune, and pure intentions. So what I'm getting to share regarding this card, because there's many different things that we can talk about with manifestation, but regarding the energy that the guides are providing for us, that they want me to relay, is the process of manifestation and how much are we attuning our being to the embodiment of what it is that we wish to manifest into our physical reality. And when I say that, manifestations come through us. And if they come through us, our beings, then our being is an instrument for the projections, for the manifestations. With that being said, are we providing maintenance to our being often? Or are we just trying to manifest? Or are we just trying to skate by without listening to our intuition, without taking time to be in our feminine energy, to nurture ourselves, to receive, to not be in our masculine energy? Are we clearing our energy centers, which are contributing to the current of electromagnetic energy that flows through our being? Why do I ask this? Well, our electromagnetic field is what allows us to attract as well as to expand our light into this world. So if our electromagnetic field is extremely blocked up and our current of life force energy is not able to circulate properly in our toroidal field, it creates imbalanced manifestations. It creates blockages for our manifestations. And it also can attract energies that we do not wish to have in our space as well. So with this manifestation card, I'm being reminded to share the importance of keeping our vessel clear, keeping our cup clean and able to be receiving light and energy so we can continue to replenish, rejuvenate, and keep our current circulating in our toroidal field. And I'm also hearing, where's our intentions? Where are our intentions lying? Intentions go a long way, especially when it comes to manifestation. Are we setting intentions? Is the question. It's quite often in life, we go along with life and we're just an autopilot and we're unintentional about what we're doing and we're not setting focused, intentional energies into our life. The more intentional we are, the more we set intentions, then the more we are paving and carving out the pathway with the universe that we are wanting to experience and unfold. And I'm also hearing along with this, are we going off of pure intentions? Are we going off of loving, compassionate intentions? Or are our intentions based off of our wounds? Are our intentions based off of our past? Are our intentions based off of fear? Are our intentions based off of pressure? Are our intentions coming up from imbalanced sexual energy? Are our intentions coming from a place of self-righteousness? Are our intentions only about money? Or are our intentions about unconditional love and the greatest good of all? So just really take a moment with yourself today and reflect. Truly reflect, 100% honest with yourself. Where are your intentions today? Where have your intentions been? Have you been non-intentional about your life? Have your intentions been based off of wounds or pains or other imbalances within the being? Are intentions based off of feeding our ego? And it's okay if we are participating in these type of behaviors, as it is normal in this human experience for all of us, including myself, to be able to have desires of lower vibration, to be able to have pains and wounds that we unintentionally move from and act through. But the more we're able to be vulnerable and honest with ourselves, give ourselves non-judgment and compassion for what is developed in our experiences with our being, and we're able to kind of pull back a little bit and remember that we're the observer, that we are the I am spiritual presence that is just experiencing the human experience. This is where we can have a little more compassion and grace for ourselves and others as reflections. So with all this being said, manifestation isn't one of those things where you just don't put any action in and then everything happens for you. Part of being in this 3D physical world, having these avatars and these beings, is putting action forth. And that's how we manifest what it is that we truly want to manifest in its wholeness into this physical world, is through actions of our physical avatar. That's the point of having it. Having the physical avatar is so we can manifest and be able to experience in this physical 3D realm. Now, I'm also being called to remind us to remember patience as well. Patience, tolerance, and being steadfast when it comes to the manifestation process. Remembering that this 3D denser vibrational realm that we're in, it takes a little bit more time quantumly for things to manifest into this denser form of vibrational energy. The higher the vibration, the higher the dimensional realm, the quicker it manifests because it's a lot lighter in frequency. And there's not these denser human bodies along with all the denseness of this 3D vibration. And there's nothing wrong with the 3D vibration either, by the way. It's actually meant to divinely be this way for the soul journey in creation and the spectrum and contrast of the wholeness and balance of life. These lower realms are meant to be this way because they're denser. The more dense the realm, the more darkness is going to be present. Darkness is not bad. Darkness is the balance of light. Darkness is like the womb. It is a place where we get to learn. It is a place of training, teaching, rediscovering ourselves, along with much more. So just reminders of the wholeness of life. And remembering that where are we intentionally putting our intentions with our manifestations, and what mindset are we coming from with our manifestations? Are we trying to manifest from a polarized perspective, or are we trying to manifest from a whole, balanced, interconnected mindset? A mindset of knowing that you're abundant, knowing that you're connected to the infinite stream of abundance. Or are we manifesting from scarcity, from fear, from obligation, from feeling like we're desperate? It goes a long way, the type of energy, type of foundation, and the mindset that we are setting forth our manifestations into this world. So, this last reminder, Try not to put everything outside of yourself when it comes to manifestations. And remember that manifestations come through your being into this physical realm. So it may be optimal to make sure you integrate steps of clearing your vessel, keeping your intentions pure through your manifestation processes, so that you may have a more likely probability of manifesting a whole, beautiful version of what it is that you want to manifest. And the more clear the vessel, the more clear the channel, the more quicker, quantumly, you're able to manifest. So just remember that. Remember the importance of keeping your energy centers clear for your electromagnetic field, to be able to circulate your current or currency into the world to attract abundance, attract tools and items and people. And then the mindset. Are we coming from the mindset of wholeness, sovereignty, divine? Or are we coming from the mindset of scarcity, fear, desperation? Prepare yourself to receive abundance. Prepare your vessel to be able to have your cup filled. If your cup is filled with all this dirty, muggy water, then there's not going to be space for fresh water to be poured into your cup. Manifestation is our card of the day. And once again, just remember, we don't just get things handed to us in this realm. Manifestations don't just happen when it comes to what we intentionally really want to manifest. Now, yes, we're manifesting in every moment, but what is it that we're manifesting? Are we being intentional? Are we being clear? Is our vessel clear enough to have the supportive electromagnetic energy and current flowing through us to be able to magnetize, radiate, attract, and manifest it fully? So just remember this, and you can really remember this about anything that we do in life. Don't forget the importance of your being and vessel and where it's at with what it is that you're trying to do externally. We get caught up in the external a lot, and sometimes we kind of go to the external as the savior for everything or the answer to everything without giving our own being and vessel that time. Wow. Manifestation.
We are not alone, we are not alone. We are not alone, we are not alone. We are not alone, we are not alone. We are not alone, we are not alone.
Let me put a little pepper with my step and let them know I ain't from around here. Cause down here, you get shackled up and bound here. Sound clear, turn the volume up to loud ear. Crowds cheer like the house slipping found fear. Never scared like I already been here before. I don't compare to the niggas that been here before. From everywhere and wherever I'm willing to go. I'm in my UFO, I move solo.
Got me out here floating on this UFO. I don't even know where we're about to go. All I really know is that I'm leaving home. All I really know is we are not alone. We are not alone, 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 we are not alone. I know that I'm faded, but I know I'm not tripping. Me and my hitters was on a mission trying to get it. Yeah, kicking up that shit, Cleveland, my city. Mama, I'll be right back.
So that's our card reading for today on this Monday to kick off our week. Pretty nice reminder to start off the week, I'd say. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and navigate over into our chakra of the day. And our chakra of the day is going to be the final of the 12 chakra system. And this chakra is called the Universal Christ Chakra. Now, this chakra doesn't really have much to it because this chakra is basically the veil between our being and the how do I describe this? So it's like the veil between existence and being and source nothingness. There's got to be a veil between existence and source nothingness, because if there isn't a veil there and we're just in source nothingness while we're in existence, that is going to counter-react existence. So then there will be no existence, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, if we were meant to just be source nothingness while in existence, then it would negate existence, and there would be nothing to existence and no point of existence at all, and we wouldn't be able to exist. So that's why we have a veil, so that we're able to have creation, that we're able to have existence. And that's what the Universal Christ Chakra is for us, is that veil. Now, the color, if you ever do want to connect with it, is like a crystalline rainbow. Oh, I was like, what? The traits, so it's just the veil to allness. Blocked, it's only blocked if any of the other chakras are blocked. And then Hertz frequency, so you can use any pure Christ tones. So like any Christ consciousness frequencies will help you connect with this energy as well. But that's really it for that. It's not really like an actual chakra like the others. It's more of just a protective veil to keep source nothingness in existence in their own places. So that's our chakra of the day, the Universal Christ Chakra. And today, I was feeling called and really feeling the presence of a very, very wonderful group of beings that are part of our galaxy and creation. And they serve with the law of one, the Galactic Federation. I'm sure some of us have had experience with the GFO. Maybe have channeled them, connected with them. But I wanted to call them in today and invite them in to help us connect with our higher self energy. And along with that, to receive any healing light codes, any DNA activations, and anything else necessary for our balance. So, today I am going to be doing a light language activation session, and I'm going to channel the Galactic Federation. So, I know you may be getting a little excited over there. You guys may be getting a little smile, feeling the warmth in the heart, but I'll be doing a light language activation session, connecting us with the GFL, Galactic Federation energy. And this will be my first time doing a full light language activation here on Rising with Ra, and I'm really grateful and happy to share that energy. So if you want to receive some light language activation codes connected with the GFL, the Galactic Federation, just go ahead and start getting yourself prepared and open yourself up to receive however that is for you. And you can grab your crystals, your sage, whatever you want to do to set up an altar or anything in your sacred Zen space. And just a reminder to everybody out there, here on Rising with Ra, we have the Rising with Ra Zen space community share. And if you're someone that wants to share either the crystals, the sage, the altar, or anything about your sacred Zen space at home or wherever you are during this live, if you want to send in pictures or videos of the items or tools that you use in your sacred Zen space during this live and during this practice, you can send the images or videos to me in direct message, and I'll add them into the YouTube version for the Rising with Ra Zen Space community share. So you can share your light, share a little bit of your authenticity with the collective conscious, and to be able to share a little bit of connective energy. So that is available to all of you. Just let me know and send me this stuff in the direct messages and I'll add it in. Thank you to all of you that have: Sarah Broadhead, Holly Stark. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ourselves set up, get our spaces prepared for this Galactic Federation light language activation. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a couple of minutes. Use the restroom, grab some water, or whatever else you need, and then we'll get things flowing. Alright, welcome back everybody to Rising with Ra. And I saw a question that was popped in the question box, or the question bubble. and from Sarah. And that question is, are there any crystals that I recommend for this? So for this one, no. There actually are no specific crystals that resonate for this because, as I was saying, the chakra isn't really necessarily like a actual chakra, so to say. It's more of just a etheric veil that is the veil between source nothingness and creation existence. So you can use like quartz crystal if you want, of course, which is adaptable to all in any intention. Or you can use like a high frequency crystal if you would like an angelite or a moldavite or a aura quartz, something like that. Rose, incense, and quartz. Beautiful combination. Alright. Who's ready to receive some light language? Wow, this is about to be powerful. Alright, so as we begin, let's go ahead and get ourselves seated or laying down. Welcome in, welcome in. About to start a light language activation. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable if you'd like to receive. I'm going to be doing a Galactic Federation light language activation. But go ahead and have a seat or lay down. And we're going to go ahead and check in with our posture. I like to kind of go through these motions before any practice to make sure that we're prepared properly for the most optimal receiving as well as releasing. So just checking in as if we're sitting, having our back as straight as possible to support our spine and life force energy flow. You can use a pillow, the edge of a bed, whatever you may need. If you're laying down, having your legs straight, not crossed, so you're not blocking the flow of energy in and out of the soles of your feet. Then next, checking in with the tension in the body. So making sure that we're relaxing and allowing our shoulders to drop. Relaxing our elbows and arms, allowing them to be loose. Checking in with the jaw, making sure we're not clenching the teeth. And checking in with our fingers, making sure that we're not balling our fist. The more softer and loose the body, the more easier energy is allowed to flow through the body for receiving as well as releasing. Very logical, very clear understanding of preparation. The next, checking in with the breath. For this practice, we're going to breathe in through the nose, expand the stomach. We're going to draw the breath all the way down the body and anchor it to the earth. Then draw it back up. Exhale out of the mouth. There is no rush, there is no right or wrong to the pace of this breath. Whatever feels natural to you. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the stomach. Drawing it down your body to the earth. Exhaling out of the mouth. You're really bringing this breath in intimately and allowing the medicine of the breath to flow throughout your being and down your chakra column, and then anchor and ground you to the earth. And with that, you can also imagine and visualize the breath as it's moving down. It's relaxing your nervous system, it's relaxing your mind, grounding and stabilizing your emotions. These are all available to you with your alchemist mind to choose consciously that this is what's happening with the breath. With everything it touches and comes by, it's bringing relaxation and groundedness. It's your choice. And stay with this breath throughout the activation session, as it will be your balance point. It'll support you through any releases, any energies that arise, as well as open up space and create space within your being to receive more light and supportive energy. The breath will move you through anything that arises, any densities, any thickness. Stay with the breath, continue to breathe. As you breathe, you may now let go of the outside world. You may now let go of Instagram. Let go of the comments. Let go of commenting. Give yourself this space. Give yourself this moment. Give yourself this love to draw your focus and be present with your being. And as you breathe, becoming lighter, feeling the outside world become nothing but energy and vibrations just like you, all synchronized in one flow. And continuing to breathe, you can now let go of any expectations. You can let go of any obligations outside of this present moment. You can let go of the future on what you're supposed to do today. You can let go of what happened before this moment. You can all let it go with the breath. All that matters is this moment. There's nothing more, nothing less than being present. Staying with the breath. And as you breathe, beginning to feel a presence coming from above. And this presence above, very high vibrational and foreign to the earth, beaming down from above is a bright light. This bright light beaming down from above beams down onto us. And then we look up into this light, and next thing we know, we start floating upwards in this light. And as we float upwards in this light, we begin to make ourselves up into the sky. And we're in the sky, this energy and this light begins to radiate deeper. And as we make our way up, we hop in to some type of vehicle. And as we get into this vehicle, the floor below us closes on where we entered from the light. You can feel this cool, crystally floor on our feet. You can feel pure, harmonic, healing frequencies from this crystal floor beginning to flow into the soles of the feet. Cleansing and clearing, dissolving away any impurities, rising up the feet, through the legs and the knees, and all the way up the thighs to the hips. You can feel the crystal power from this floor. And then it rises, makes its way up the chakra column at the root chakra. Crystalline codes activating and balancing the root all the way up to the sacral, solar plexus, heart center, higher heart, to the throat, the third eye and the crown, to the causal chakra, the soul star and the stellar gateway. Rises this crystalline, vibrational healing energy from this floor of this vehicle that we are in. As this energy recalibrates our being and system, we may have energies arise within our being from the past. If so, allow yourself to acknowledge them, as you have no fear for these energies. They are arising to the surface, to be released, to be acknowledged, to be changed. And you may choose to do so in this moment with anything that is arising. Staying with the breath. As we make our way through this vehicle, we make our way to this room. And in this room is a big chamber for healing. As we make our way, we each have our own chamber. And we step into the chamber. And in this room comes in beautiful galactic guides, council members, and other members of the Federation. Lyrans, Syrians, Octurians, Orion, Pleiadians, Andromedans, even positive polarity reptilians, all present in this vehicle and in this room. Combined together, they bring together their energies of healing and love, and get ready to expel them into these chambers. So these chambers may begin to get filled with this harmonic, healing, unified energy. And as they begin to exert this energy from each of them, begins to fill and spill into the chambers, beginning to fill it all the way from the bottom to the top. Singing beautiful light language to transfer the energies. Staying with the breath. Uya kutia natura ki natura chitkudara mukutikia na sertikiroa tortikia na yana sotukua. Ikia yasuo kana shikiana kura chikia uayana tia kura chikia ukuraki utsukutua utkiana sukua uchukotikie utukua manikia urukua usukua ya nashukurora tua uriana sikia urukua urukiana uriana sukua Urashikina, Urashikiana to Urashikiana, Urata, Urachikiana, Natura, Chiatuku, Marazatua, Urayanaka, Ikiana, Urashiana, Sukua, Urayana, Urikia, Nakua, Yana Sa, Uayashiana, Suruadama, Yanakura, Rashikiana, Nanakua. Urayana, Yenosura, Urashikina, Sukuana, Ukuana Shunuana Sianaka Uarara Siana Murukua Uarashia Waya Urayana Surarachikiana Uayana Surayana Kura Ushikuana Sikia Manashikiana Kura Urara Siana Surukurana Urayana Suruwa Mushikiana Satikiana Nana Shuraya Uraya Mara Uruazana Turura Shikibiana Kurua Urara Siana Uriana Ukurariana Urashiana Ta. Staying with the breath as our being recalibrates and receives these light codes in the chamber. Wow. And now, with our being in the chamber, you may stay here as long as you need. And when you're ready, you may return back to your physical being and back to your physical environment. Refreshed, purified, allow yourself to integrate, to process, to return back whenever you're ready, consciously. Just know you can connect with the GFL at any time, any starseed lineages, and you can access their ship at any time. Their healing chambers, their technologies. You may not have them physically in our presence, but metaphysically, mentally, you can connect with these energies. Wow. Namaste. When you're ready, return back. Open your eyes and move your body.
If you feel called to sharing your Rising with Ra Zen space with the community, and you would like to share some of your light and authenticity of how you set up during the Rising with Ra and the practice of the day, you may send in images or videos of your Zen space that you create during the live and practice, and I will add them in. Thank you, Sarah Broadhead, for sending in your Rising with Ra Zen space.
Oh, wow. Whew. Golly. I forgot I was live. I was so detached from time and space that I forgot I was live. Holy smokes. Take this in for some grounding. Take a few breaths if you need. Just make sure you ground yourself after an activation like this. Grounding helps you with integrating the new codes and the high frequencies. It also helps you through any purging or transformation that may cause from this. Thank you all. Thank you to all of you that are here. Thank you to everybody that supports. Thank you to all my subscribers on YouTube. And just thank you all for being you. Grateful for this existence and to be here, to share space, to be a medium, channel for higher light, truth, balance, unconditional love, and also to experience the contrast of life. Grateful for it all. Wow. Now you're supposed to go to work. Hey, what a good way to go in though. Just like I was saying, just ground yourself, a little bit. Ground yourself, set some intentions before you go in. You want to make sure you're protecting your energy as well, which is why grounding is important. Because if you're going to be going into, public environment, and you know that you're going to be, dealing with some energies, definitely important to protect our energy, especially after a very sensitive opening of the energy field. You're very susceptible to absorbing energy, as well as, just receiving energies that you don't want to receive. So just make sure you're sealing yourself up, closing off your chakras as needed, and keeping your aura nice and protected. Not out of fear, but out of intelligence and self-awareness. It's a whole different mindset. Going back to the manifestation card, it's a whole different mindset when you're doing things out of fear, or if you're doing things out of intelligence and knowledge of self. And we protect our energy out of intelligence and knowledge of self, not out of fear. Because we understand what that can do when we keep ourselves vulnerable and sensitive. What can happen to our energy field and our being, and what we can absorb and take on. And sometimes that can create further trauma and further PTSD in the being, because we were too open and too vulnerable into the energy fields that we went into. Not to mention the taking on of others' thoughts and others' emotions and energies as well. So yeah, just a reminder of protecting and shielding your energy, sealing it up before going into spaces, being intentional with your movements and the things that you're doing with your steps. And remember the system of your being when it comes to manifestation, and keeping your vessel clear. So it's a good, clear channel, along with some other things that I spoke on earlier in the live. And if you weren't able to be here for the live earlier, I did a collective card reading on the card Manifestation. And I went in depth about how manifestation works with our being. Some good reminders about having foundation and keeping ourselves nice and clear energetically, so our electromagnetic field is flowing with current for our currency, as well as receiving. And then we also went over the Universal Christ Chakra today. And then finished up with a Galactic Federation light language activation. Alright, so that'll do it for Rising with Ra today on this Monday. Enjoy these beautiful energies and bring them forward into your life, into your world after this. And remember to integrate, to ground, hydrate, and take care of yourself nutritionally, vibrationally with what you're watching and receiving. And continue to give yourself love and support the things that you love to do. If you have any questions about my crystal healing classes coming up, as well as my Sacred Light meditation space coming up as well, just direct message me and I'll give you everything you need. And if you have any questions about my one-on-one holistic energy healing services, direct message me as well. Or if you'd like to be a royal guest here on Rising with Ra to share your wisdom, knowledge, consciousness, or anything else for the collective, like a practice, feel free to reach out as well. Until Wednesday, I will see you then, as we will be going back to the beginning of the chakras for the root chakra. See you guys on Wednesday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern for Rising with Ra. Tap in and rise together. Wholeness, balanced love.